Ba-da-ba. honestly, God, excuse me, I don't know why I didn't already do one of these or several of these sooner, but... Hello! No chat on screen because, reasons. More on that later. But how's everybody doing? It is Monday. As of now, rare Monday stream, but depending on how today goes, this might become a weekly occurrence. Heads up, because this was kind of a short notice decision, I didn't manage to get enough songs for my my playlist. It's like an hour and then some long, so there's gonna be some repeats of like every OSD, but that's fine. but more for next time. Am I a little decentered? I feel a little. I'm a little decentered. I feel like just a tad. Hold on. My model is a little, just a tiny bit. That's a little better. Made it to a stream. Hell yeah! Today's a cozy day. I have decided, because oh god, I am very behind in my studies, and I feel like I need some. Dude, studying has always been very hard for me. Like, I still don't know how to properly study. I feel like, I've spent years figuring out what doesn't work for me. And now I'm like, I think I have an idea. I think I know, sort of, ish. But who the fuck knows, honestly. And I am very behind in my studies. And I've been meaning to, or I've been trying my best to, like, catch up, or at least not fall any further behind, if nothing else. And I was like, you know what? I stream 3 days a week. And a big reason why I don't stream more often than that is because streaming takes energy. And if I blow off all my energy during stream, I will not have enough energy to do actually important things, like studying and assignments and the such. So I was like, you know what? Why not combine the two? Why not combine what I have to do with what I actually want to do? This is gonna be a little weird because you know, the thing about study/work streams is that for the majority of them, outside of breaks, you're gonna be quiet, which I am not used to being on stream. But it's gonna be fine, probably. Have expected the stream to just be the starting screen. No, I am here. I'm here in my little new little cozy environment. Very simple, very nice, very cute. But yeah. Today is going to be, I don't know how long I'm gonna go. I'm probably just however long, you know, I can manage, which hopefully is going to be at least like three study chunks, I will say. 2 to 3 at least. And hopefully this can be like a new weekly thing. I think that would be nice. Having like every Monday, outside of, you know, exceptions where I have other stuff to do, have every Monday be a little work / for me it's gonna be a study stream. For anyone else, it could be, you know, working alongside, studying alongside, just lurking, whichever. But hopefully that can become a weekly thing, because I really do need to log the fuck in. I am so far behind. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm like technically I'm over a year behind in my studies. So I really need to get on it. And I feel like this could help a lot. Blaze, welcome in. With that said, I actually don't want to yap too much at the start of this. So the plan for today is just gonna be, I have 2 timers right here at the bottom that are I'm gonna turn on whenever, you know, at the appropriate times. note that I will also probably adjust this on the fly. I have a countdown for just study, just logging in and working, which is as of now about 40 minutes. I don't know, it depends on how long my brain is willing to entertain that. I might shorten that to like shorter sprints, or not. I'll see how that goes. Based on like, I usually like, depending on what I do, 40 minutes is doable. But we'll see. Then we have a 50-minute break where we can just, you know, relax, yap. I might honestly, depending on what I do, because on the one hand I have assignments to do, like I have a presentation, I have like an essay of sorts. And on the other hand, I do also have to study for, you know, exams and stuff. So when it comes to like studying and, you know, reviewing and stuff, I might use that break to yap at you, to try and like memorize the stuff that I get better. Those of you who don't know, it's also in the title, but I'm a psychology major. I am studying psychology to, at some point, like the field I want to work in is I haven't picked anything exact yet, like an exact direction. I just know I want to work with kids, teenagers, you know, young folk. So I'm probably going to be going, you know, in schools or child protection services, anything of the sort. That is currently what I'm looking at. And it is interesting. Like, psychology in itself is very interesting. It's just, you know, the courses that you have to go through to get that degree are sometimes a lot less interesting, especially if they're like formatted in a way that makes you have to memorize a lot of things and then get judged for how well you memorized all those things. It'll be fun, not gonna lie. I have to log in as well due to exams next week. Hey! Yeah, these streams can serve everyone. I also have a fun little thing, because I didn't want to mess with my mic settings too much, but I did want at least something to you know, fill the silence a little bit apart from just the music. I did find a thing that simulates typing sounds. So we'll have quiet typing. I hope this is like quite like not too like loud. Just like it's audible, just not like, you know, too present, I suppose. So you will hear me typing. That said, obviously, during the study chunks, I will not be replying to chat. I'll probably mute myself as well, because I tend to, when I study for things, I tend to repeat things aloud. So I'll probably be muted, unless there's like, you know, something that needs my urgent attention. We're just gonna be lurking, and then we can chat and all that during the breaks. That said, technically this could be considered our first break, because 50 minutes have just about passed, including the starting soon section. God, my throat. So, God, what is it? I got something stuck in my throat. With that, I say, and I hope that all of this works now, we shall begin our first study section. 40 minutes, at least that is the plan. It should go if I do this. Yes, and it just automatically starts. Okay. And there we go. Okay, I don't know why it switched, why the timer switched to that, but it is break time. Why did you not start? Why did you not start? Hello? Timer? 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 Why does timer not start? Hold on. Timer should be starting. Hold on. Hold on. Timer should be going. Timer should be going. Why is timer not going? Oh, do I have to make a new... Oh! Okay, I think I get it. 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 Hold on. Hold on. Is it this? Wait. 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 We interrupt for a brief scuff fixing. That's odd. Hold on. I thought I had this somewhat figured out. New one. No, that's the old timer. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. What if I remove this? And then I copy this. I guess I'm gonna count this to my break as well. And whenever the clock hits 45, we're gonna continue. Anyway, Finn, thank you. Beatrice, also welcome in. Back now, had a work meeting, but I'm loving the model and background. Yeah, it's not my usual background. My usual background is something else, but this one's cute. This one's very cute. Break just started as I got home from picking up my sibling. Oh well. We will be continuing in 10 to 50 minutes. Once I figure out the timer. Once I figure out what's going on here. Duplicate. Rename this to timer break. And make a new script. Set it to 15 maybe. Timer break. Nope. What are we doing here? Can you not do 2 timers at the same? What? What are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, if need be, I'll just if need be, we'll just have to look at the clock manually, but I have not yet. I was informed though that I did read that the pom-pom thing, that apparently like we're getting more and more pom-pom conversations or something along those lines, more meaningful pom-pom chats. I've not looked at it yet. What you working on today? Right now, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just like the timer is we're gonna do the timer thing manually. I'll figure it out for next time. For now, we'll just have the study timer. That should be. No, I don't know why that's not doing its thing. And there should also not be any text here. You should not have any text. You should not have the text. Hold on, I'll answer your question in a second. Oh, reset time. Oh, okay, I have an idea. I'll figure this out for next time. Reset time. Turn it back to 50. Not 14, not 15, 40. To 40, I mean. Okay, just checking. Okay. Right now I'm working on a... What do you call that in English? It is like an assignment, an essay of sorts. What is that called? Is it just an essay? yeah, just an assignment, a paper of some sort, about behaviorism. Is one thing I'm currently working on. I'm also probably gonna switch to studying for an exam later on, which is about social psychology. Or a psychology of social interaction, which actually has some quite interesting stuff in it. But yeah, the assignment right now is just about behaviorism, which is essentially you know, we can always pick, or we can usually pick between like several different things. I picked behaviorism because it was the easiest, because I'm not good with assignments. I will tell you, like, written assignments, I'm not very good with those. I hate fucking researching literature. I do not like it. So I just picked that one. With, you know, the only real requirement is like, you know, explaining the basics of what is behaviorism, the historical, social context and whatnot. Societal context, that's the word. Famous psychologists who, you know, represented behaviorist positions. The difference between classical and operant conditioning, I think, is also what it's called in English. Which, you know, I feel like the most popular example of behaviorism, classical, is like the Pavlov whistle, you know, with the dog. I love psych stuff. My friends in college hate the same stuff. Yeah. I did watch the Silver Wolf trailer. All the trailers should be up on YouTube now. They should be up now. But yeah, I always struggle when writing assignments. The one thing I always struggle with is like hitting the page limit, like the minimum. Because as of now, like this assignment is supposed to be anywhere between 7 to 10 pages long. I am struggling to, I am usually like, with my the case study I had to do a while back as well, I'm struggling to even hit those 7 pages because I've never been like a very long writer. I had that in high school as well. Whenever we had high school exams, I would see like my classmates write like 5, 6, sometimes even 7 pages of stuff, and I was struggling to even get to 4. Because I was like, yeah, I mean, to be fair, like a lot of the times they also did have better grades, but I was like, surely like all the stuff they said you could also have written, you know, in a shorter format. But oh well. Like, oh, dog is barking, or dog is growling. Like right now I am at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now I'm at 5 pages. And technically I would need 2 more. I think I can get at least, let's see, that could make up half a page. This could make up 1 page-ish. This could make up, like, I could barely make it to like 6.5 to 7. Probably. So, I feel like that's always like my main issue. I also want to know, like, because this is like my second written assignment that I'm gonna be, you know, handing in. So, and the first one I have not gotten back yet. I have not gotten my grade for that one yet. So I would be curious on how I did there, just to have an idea of like how good or bad I am. But yeah, all in all, it is pretty interesting. Psychology in general is pretty interesting. Nova, 21 months. Thank you. How you doing? Let's see. We have 5 more minutes and then we're gonna continue. I'll just look at the timer on mine. I think I figured out what the problem was, but I'm too lazy to fix it now. I'm probably gonna switch to studying next as well, which I'll probably blabber on about during the next break then, telling you what I remember. Because I do think that'll help. I did try, like, memorizing stuff. I feel like in German in particular is always more difficult to me. So what I've tried doing is I got the notes in German, but I'm trying to translate them into English in an effort to make it easier to remember. And I think it's somewhat working. I think it's working a little bit. Yeah. So I'll maybe I'll try that during the break. Give like a rundown of what I've done. I hate doing assignments as well because of the whole word count thing and the fact that writing all the stuff takes so long. Yeah, it's like the research is honestly like what's annoying to me, because the writing itself is okay, but the fact that, I mean, it makes sense, right? I'm not like saying that like, oh, we shouldn't do that. It makes perfect sense that if you like whatever information you get from your sources, you should cite them, but the citations are annoying. And also, like, citing correctly and stuff, it's a little... That's, like, the most annoying thing to me. Where, like, okay, I got this thing, but I need to make sure that, like, I cite the right author, and then I put it in the you know, at the bottom, like, all the way at the bottom, and whatnot. Yeah, I am a psych major! I am indeed. I'm a psych major that is very behind on her studies and needs to lock the fuck in. 50 jades extra per week means that if we count only those and dailies, we get 2 pulls every 3 weeks instead of just 1. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I've not looked at the dev radio at all yet. Maybe we'll do that at the end, you know, as a treat. Another thing that comes with, you know, that's funny, that comes with like finally, you know, getting off my ass and starting to you know, do more for uni, is like getting over the feeling that, like, because usually the way it works is, right, like, you sit there, you know, you have to study, or you have to work, and then you don't do it, and then you feel bad about it. So now it's like, I know I have to study, I do it, or at least I do some of it, and then I still feel bad because my brain is still like wired in a way that, like, it thinks that I haven't actually done anything, and I have to actively remind myself that no, I sat down for like an hour, I did stuff. Stop feeling that way. So that also takes some practice. I'm sure after this stream ends, I'm gonna have to go, like, I'm gonna have to actively remind myself that, like, yeah, I did like several, like a couple hours of work today, so it's okay. I am doing more work. My degree was in communications, but switched more into radio editing, photography. No papers? Yeah, that's fair. Photography sounds very interesting. Citing things is very understandable, but also so annoying. Just let me put the link to the thing I cited and let me go. Yeah, true. Just, like, let me quote all the sources without having to, like, specify what exactly I quoted at the bottom and be done with it. May or may not be spelling it wrong. It's C-I-T-I-N-G, citing. But I get what you mean. Too many small letters for studying. I blame the teacher and its final exams last week. Oh no. Roulette as well, welcome in. How y'all doing? Alright. 15 minutes have just about passed, so I will now be returning. We will now be returning to quiet study session. No typing ASMR this time, because there will be no typing being done. I'm just gonna be talking to myself. Muted. But yeah, I will see you guys in about 40 minutes. I realized there's no music, possibly because that was the end of the playlist. So we will Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, timer is about to run out. Let me, real quick, remove my model. And, hold on. Okay, it does this, and now... break time is now. We have 15, maybe 20 minutes, depending on how long it takes me to figure this out. Because the gay mustache is not appearing, even though it should be appearing. It's weird because the padding one should work. So why not that? That's weird. Let me check. Expressions. Item scene. Twitch redeem trigger, yes. Yes. Item scene. What if I do this at the same time? Does that work? Item scene name, all group, save. Oh, no. Okay, well now I know that it, Well now I did something else. Well, now I did something entirely different. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, pause. Because now I think I accidentally overwrote that item scene, so I have to actually redo it now. Hello, item, could you... No! No, why did you... Oh, because it's locked, because I'm an idiot, that's why. Nope, no. No. Remove item. And then... do this. And do this. Okay, now create items. Nope, overwrite this. Select just that. Yes. Yes, okay. And law, okay, do that. Sure. Now, can I combine the two? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You know what? I will do it manually for now. Whoop. I have manual stash. Let me unlock it real quick. There we go. There we go. Maybe I'll just need to do a manual command for that at some point. But now I have stash. Ho ho. Anyway, break time is now. It's supposed to be now. Okay. Alright, I'll leave this one on for like 10 minutes or maybe until the break ends and then I'll fix it. Or maybe I'll leave it on. I don't know. Anyway, I think what I've done now is what I am quickly realizing that writing on an essay for 40 minutes works. Trying to study, like memorize things and review for 40 minutes does not work. It works for about half the time, which is why I switched halfway through. What happened? Oh. It's like the fucking the Superman wearing glasses thing. Perry the Platypus with and without the hat. So I've continued my essay on behaviorism, but I've also gotten some studying done about what I've mentioned earlier, psychology, social psychology, psychology of social interaction, to translate it literally. Which honestly is one of the more interesting subjects, in my opinion, because it deals all about, like, you know, number one, about how, whoops, there we go. About, you know, the psychology behind, as the name suggests, how people interact with their environment, how they perceive their environment, how they judge their environment, but also, you know, how we perceive ourselves and the different, you know, theories and stuff that come into play here. For example, this one, or this lesson that I'm currently on, is dealing with, I don't even know, like, the proper term for it in English, but I'll say, like, attitude, mindset, going into, like, what goes into the way we, judge things in our environment, in our social environment, with, you know, the different components that there's to it, like the cognitive one, which is just like how we think, like what we think about certain people, about certain situations, certain objects, whichever, how we feel about them, how we behave towards them, and going into, you know, like those three components in a bit more detail. Like, this is the kind of stuff that actually does interest me, because it's also something you just see, like, in your daily life. Like, the way that people's emotions, or the way people feel towards a certain thing, a certain group of people, can be very easily influenced, very easily manipulated, very easily conditioned. Which, you know, also kind of ties back into the whole behaviorism stuff. For example, there was this one study that I'm reading about, or that I'm studying about currently, or that I've read about during study time. That's it, where they essentially brought in a bunch of participants and showed them a series of pictures that were of just random strangers that they didn't know anything about. But before showing them the pictures of these strangers, they very quickly, in a way that the participants, like, couldn't actively process, so a little of subliminal messaging, showed them other pictures, other images that were supposed to convey a certain emotional reaction, like positive or negative emotional reaction. So, and depending on whether this emotional reaction was positive or negative, they then ended up judging these strangers in, you know, that respective light. For example, if the image they were shown right before, very quickly, turned out to elicit positive emotions, then they would also judge the following person in a more positive light. Their appearance, their personality traits that they were given, and just their attitudes towards that person became more positive. And the same thing if, you know, the image shown previously elicited a negative reaction, then, you know, they would have a less favorable opinion of those people. It was very interesting. Also going into, like, the different dimensions that there can be, whether you judge something just based on, I don't like this or I like this, so just good or bad, or whether you actually tackle it from, like, different angles, you know, like, I like this thing about it, or I dislike this thing about it, you know? I like this aspect, I dislike that aspect, which I feel like is, like, the way that you should approach most things, if not all things, instead of just going, this is bad and this is good, which a lot of people are doing these days. Actually treating these topics with more nuance. I cannot speak, because I feel like that, like, nowadays, especially on, like, on social media, you see a lot of things where people that just do not seem to know, or are refuse to engage with topics in a you know, in a manner that isn't just black or white. It's either, if you like this, good, or you suck, and if you dislike this, good, or you suck. And there's, like, no in between. There's no I can agree with this, but I disagree with this. It always has to be, like, all or nothing when it comes to, you know, fictional media, when it comes to real life people, things, topics, activities, whichever it is. It is interesting stuff. It is interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. And then, like, of course, like, the way this all ties back into, like, what these different attitudes are good for. Yeah, it is all shades of gray, but some people pretend it's not. And the way that having these more nuanced opinions also helps with, you know, solidifying your own self-image, you know, forming your opinions, navigating through the world. You know, if you have a positive attitude towards something, you are more likely to approach it. And if you have a negative attitude towards it, you tend to avoid it. And all that stuff. And also the way that, like, I'm trying to like I should probably just do this. Talking about, like, these three main components, you know, affective, the way you feel about it, which was related to that study, or also the way that, like, you can... Oh dear, Finn! Hold on, how many is that? Thanks for the 10 gifted, I appreciate it! Lovely. If you got a gifted membership from Fane, please say thank you. I appreciate. Which, by the way, I forgot. I only just recently realized that I can also give away free memberships, and I haven't been doing that. I should be doing that. I did that once. Membership gifting. Yeah, I literally have free memberships to give away every month. I should be doing that. So there we go. Now I have used up all my memberships for the month. Oh, now it says that gift. Okay, now it does the gifted membership thingies. Okay. When did we start break? I think it was 25, I believe. So we got a couple minutes left. So many indeed. I should refill my water. What time is it right now? Oh yeah, it's whoops. It's almost 5:40. Bottle cap fell down. Bottle cap fell. How'd you get the gay stash? It's supposed to be a redeem on Twitch. However, that redeem does not seem to be working properly at the moment, so I'm just doing it manually. So for maybe the rest of stream, I will be having a mustache. Or maybe just until the end of this break. Maybe I'll do that. Until the end of break. Yeah, see, the padding works! The pad works! I don't know why the mustache didn't work. That's odd. That is strange. Because these item scenes should be able to just stack upon each other, if I am not mistaken. They're still going. The mustache hates you, indeed. It does not like you. I go away for 1 minute and I see 15 gifted subs. 5 are for me, because I realized recently that I can actually give away 10 memberships a month myself. So I will be doing that. I wonder if that money goes back to me. I do wonder. Because they're free on my end, but do I get those, you know? Do I get that money? I would be surprised if I don't. Because technically no one's paying for it. Except for me in free choosing, but whatever. Okay, I believe. Right? I think I should, you know, if I want to keep track of these breaks myself, I should also like memorize, like remember when I do them, when they start. But I think they started at 25, so they should be over just about now. But I think I'm gonna extend this one for 5 minutes longer, because I think I need a bit more of a break. I need a bit more of a reset, because one part of it was also just trying to fix the mustache. Wow. I'm probably gonna try to at least finish this lesson today. That'd be ideal. Let me see. Oh, that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this one today. That'd be ideal. I think I've got the attitude part down more or less. Like the 3 components that there are to it. There's that study regarding the affective component, self-perception theory regarding the behavioral component, and the cognitive one, which is just the way you think about things, or the way you think about and your convictions about certain topics, objects, people, etc., etc. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 got announced. Ooh, I'm not into Dragon Ball, but for those who are, good for you. Happy for you. Now where's Ace Attorney 7? And Persona 6? I actually dreamed about Persona 6. Genuinely, I dreamed that Persona 6... Number one, you know how people keep saying that P6 is gonna be green? I dreamed that it was blue, and I dreamed that there were like different... that it was announced, but in the way that like there were different versions of it. You know the way that Pokemon has like Pokemon Black and White and X and Y and Red, Green and Blue and whatnot? I dreamed that P6 had a similar thing like that, you know? There were different versions of Persona 6, which I would not like. Who was the pro? There was no pro tag. It was literally just like the announcement. It was just an announcement of some kind. Like it was very like blurry. And very random. Very random too. Like I was watching a random video and then boom, P6, I don't know. It was a video about some K-pop idol, I think. K-pop person. And then suddenly boom. Made no real sense. One day. That's exactly how P6 will be. Oh god. And also P6 was blue. It was blue. Again. So that can't happen. Right? We are getting close to 2.7k. Yes, we are very close. We're at 2 points. I'm not saying the number. I'm not going to say the number. We are almost at 2.68. We're announcing P6. Not only that, we're announcing P6P and P6Q. Except that they're all different versions of the same game. It's like we're announcing P5. It's like we're announcing P6 Vanilla and P6 Royal and also P6 Reload and also P6 Golden. All at the same time, and they all are going to have slightly different things, but follow the same main story. I'm not saying it. You can't make me. Pay me, and I might consider. 10 subs, and I'll say it. I will not. I will not. That'd be awful. Oh, it absolutely would be. It absolutely would be. Thank you for the gifted sub, Nova. I will not say it. No. And they're all $70, true. You cannot make me. Thank you for gifting us up to C_7. Thank you for gifting to say it. For gifting us up to say it. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna say that the next session is going to be the last one. The last 40 minutes where I will try to finish up this lesson and get some more done on the other side. Who's creating accounts with these handles? I don't know. There's usernames for literally everything. But also Shinryu. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Okay. Final session. I need to reset the top. I almost thought. Thank you for gifting 10 gift sub. Sub. Let me reset the... Where's the timer? We do the goofs and the gaffs here. Okay, resetting the timer. And our final study session for today. Bam. Whoops. Bam. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a little early here, just because I believe I am just about done. I also didn't remove nope, I didn't remove this, I guess. So now break time is now, and now study time is over. So we are here. Oh, that was about what? 2-ish, maybe a little under 2 hours of studying, which is more than I usually do. Honestly, I kind of want to do these streams more often. Like, it's also just a time thing. It's mostly a time thing. And maybe slightly an energy thing, I don't know. But I feel like this is a nice thing to do at least every Monday as like a bigger session. And I don't know, maybe I'll see if I can fit in one more, because like, I'm not gonna lie, again, like the main reason I don't stream as much is because, you know, I need to save some energy for studying. But if I do the studying on stream, then I can kind of combine the two, and maybe we could do some shorter sessions as well, you know. Right now, I'm usually live Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Maybe we could save like Sunday and Monday for at least Monday, and maybe the occasional Sunday for a shorter study stream, work study stream, if I manage to do that. Because theoretically, I should be spending that time studying anyway, so it wouldn't make a big difference, you know. I cannot... Spawny, Boniso, welcome in, how you doing? All the ads I've seen of Silverwolf... Of Superwolf, I will say. Makes me want to pull for her. I'll give her 1 10 pull alongside the Dahlia and see if either her or Dahlia E1 come home early. That's, you know, that makes sense. That's fair. That's fair. I forgot that Dahlia is rerunning too. I forgot about that. Purple Heartnet, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Sometimes the YouTube alerts show up and sometimes they don't. But yeah, this was nice. I do want to do this more often, because I feel like it also helps me, you know, like using those breaks to like also talk about the stuff that I'm trying to memorize. Just Mike works. Mike, the board. I feel like that you know, it also helps. Other than instead of just sitting by myself. I want Ava and Facial for sure. God damn, big plans, big plans. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make this a weekly Monday thing at least, and maybe because like Tuesdays and Thursdays are definitely off. But if I can squeeze in a Sunday, maybe. Mike, help me pass the assignments. Mike, raise my grades. God, I miss Deltarune. Deltarune tomorrow. Chapter 5. When? Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And hey, maybe it can also help other people, you know? Other people that are like me and need to log in. Because right now there's like, what, 2 hours of studying, which is at least twice as much as I usually do. So... if I can do like 3 of these, like, let's say a total of 2-ish hours every Monday, maybe 1 hour on Sunday, 1 or 2 hours on Sunday, or maybe I'll also shorten the sessions, because I realized that depending on what I do, whether it's just studying or writing an assignment, you know, I need different amounts of... I can only focus for so long. So I'll figure things out as I go, but we'll definitely do this more often. For now, the plan is at least every Monday. At least every Monday. And maybe I'll sneak in the smaller study sessions in between streams as like an hour or 2 every now and then. But this was good. This was good. Right, the HSR Dev Radio. Let me... Whoops. There we go. Oh yeah, but wait, you said you sent it, right? You said you sent it. I only study on weekends. I study I should be studying every day. Is how I'll phrase it. I should be studying every day. But if I can manage at least 1 to 2 streams a week, at least one, maybe another shorter one, and you know, then fit it in my own time in between, to at least get some sort of routine, that would really, really help. Okay, visit site. Oh, hold on, I gotta log in again. Log in, not log in. We've logged in for about 3 hours now. We can log out. Now let's see. Whoops. And switch over. Chat back on screen. How old are you? Why do you want to know? Let's see here. Update radio. So laughed the masses. Let's see. Let's skim through this while we're at it. Buying E1 Huahua. Whoops. Buying E1 Huahua. 2 tokens and pulling for Eva and her Lycon unless something comes as a surprise for a Blade Patch. Then she stays on E0 as 1. Fair. Have you seen how much they... I did see the weld buffs. Yes. Grandpa is returning to his prime, slowly but surely. This week is crazy for HSR and Nikke players. HSR anniversary patch and Nikke half anniversary. Oh! Just want to know. I mean, I don't make a big deal of it. I am turning 23. Old enough to be getting a psych degree. True. I mean, I don't make a secret of my age. So... Blaze, how you doing? How was stream? Welcome. Thank you for the raid, I appreciate it. We just finished our study session, and now we are checking out the update radio, which I have not looked at yet, but apparently there's some good stuff there. We'll see if I can Veld of Humanity has returned, truly. This doesn't look like we're studying. We literally just got done. We just had like almost 3 hours, well, minus breaks, so 2 hours of studying. In Nikke, the 2 units that are coming are basically the buff versions of the... Nice. Whoopsies, I ripped up my headphones. Excuse me. Okay, let's have a look here. Update review. Astrid Express levels up again. Oh yeah, the cake, they call them cake cats, but to me they're cat cakes. Cat cake just flows better, you know? Okay, that's just the overview. We have the co-op. We have that room that we saw this in the live stream. We got the cat cakes. Yippee. The little guys. Also unlock some mini stories. I'll collect in their own. They also get a small update. Each of the Turbo's room has his background. Oh, that's cute. Pom-Pom's assist beta. Right, we got this. One stealth out, recommendations for character progressions. Right, recommended stuff. Talk to Pom-Pom a total of 10 times to claim this outfit. Okay, formal wear set. They look so cute. Started from the 2nd week. Turbo's conducted Pokemon to receive 50 stellar days every week. Oh, okay, so that's it. Right. That's nice. That is nice. Okay. To make it more convenient for trailblazers to swap relics in different situations, a relic preset storage feature has been added. Right, the previous one kind of sucked. Can save multiple preset loadouts for a character and switch equipped relics with a single click whenever needed. So does this refer to the exact relics, not just the sets like we've had before. The exact relics. Please. That will be very helpful. That'd be very helpful. Don't just make it the sets, because we already have that. Make it the exact relics that we put on this character. I don't care if you only do one of those. I don't care if you only let us save one or two. I don't care. But God, please. More characters available. Right. Right, I can get my Argenti Eidolons. I'm probably gonna be replacing everyone except for Velt. I think. Because Velt is like actually really good now. I believe. I don't really care for getting Fu Xuan either, honestly. But who else am I gonna put in? I mean, Bronya I could. Japard because I love him. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just swap it around. I also don't really care about getting Yun Li. I already have enough physical units. I don't know. We'll see. I want that Silver Wolf E2 until then Veld is out. That's fair. That's fair. E4 Veld is the strongest E4 in the game. Oh yeah, isn't his E4 like really good? I forgot what it does what it does again, but yeah. God, they look so cute in this. But okay. Am I centered in my chair? Am I centered? Where am I? Am I centered? Not quite. Hold on, can I center myself? Hold on, can I center myself? I don't like not being centered. I don't like not being centered. Can I center myself? Stop. Can I center myself? Well, no, not really. That's just how I am. Okay. Maybe I can move my chair instead. Maybe I can move chair instead. Ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. I think that's better. I think that's a little better. There we go. I like that more. 30% all type rest for enemies reduce. Right. I forgot. Yeah, no, like Velt definitely got, I feel like, I mean, not I feel like. Velt did get an insane buff. And that does mean I should probably start building him and using him more often now. He's like semi-builds. I have like a 1.x build on him, you know. He's at like 3.1k attack and like no speed and 50 to 100 crit ratio or something like that, and some effect hit rate, you know. Kind of like a mix of all things going on, like not good but not bad. Ooh. I am satisfied. I am satisfied with how today went. I did get some studying done. I got some assignment stuff done. I usually barely make it like an hour in. So that is nice. I have as E1. I forgot what I have. I forgot if I have as E1 or... I have at least E1, I think. I might have E2. I'm not sure. Not too sure. I also didn't realize that apparently the anniversary, like, is the anniversary, like, is it on Wednesday or Thursday? The game came out the 23rd, right? So technically the anniversary is on Thursday. Should be, if I recall. Just curious. But anyway, this is where I will be calling it for today. This is probably, hopefully going to be a weekly thing now. Monday will be our weekly study/work streams. And whenever I can, I'll try to fit some shorter ones in between. That Silverwolf E2 makes everyone on the team put a debuff on the enemy, so it's really good for Acheron. Wow, that's really good. That's really good. God damn. But, would also be good for ratio. I got my priorities. Fuck it. No, no, not fuck Acheron. I love Acheron, but, you know. But anyway, I thank y'all for being here today. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Hope you, also, if you were planning to, got some stuff done. You know, were productive in whatever way, shape, or form. And even if not, you know, whatever. I wish all of you a lovely rest of your day, night, whatever time it is for you. Consider checking out, following, subscribing to the YouTube, the Twitch, the Twitter, the Blue Sky, the Patreon for anime reactions. We've recently started 2 seasonal animes, Yomi no Tsugai and Marriage Toxin, which I'm already loving. First 2 episodes of every show are up for free, and other than that, it is a measly €2 a month, whatever that is in your currency, for the other reactions. Stay safe, y'all. Take care. And I will see you again on Wednesday for the update. Bye-bye.